For the last 2 weeks, a tragedy has been taking place. A tragedy involving an unfortunate bird. A Pokemon that fell to an untimely crit. A Pokemon that couldn't hit a 95% accurate move twice. Not only has she faced constant ridicule, not only is she the only Pokemon to be beheaded in the docks for whatever reason, our next opponent is using a Sun team, meaning that Uni's chances of hitting her flying type attacks is the same as Seattle having an NBA basketball team. In the face of such adversity, she can't do it alone, and neither can I. But you, my dear viewer, can make a difference. All you have to do is one thing. Comment, Uni's the bus, like this video, and subscribe. Wait, isn't that 3 things? Shut up. Anyways, here's what I brought. Starting off, we got last week's MVP, Choice Banded Weavile with Knockoff, Ice Spinner, Ice Shard, and Poison Jab. This is a Pokemon that has 0 switch-ins. Other than his Okidogi, which can easily get chipped down, there's hardly anything stopping me from just spamming Knockoff and taking away a lot of my opponent's firepower. Ice Spinner is also the best secondary stab as it does not miss. Shard is great for priority and Jab is especially good for 2-hit KOing any of his Sylveon variants. Next up is another Pokemon that's finally looking towards getting some redemption. Expert Bell Tera Ground Kilowattrel with Tera Blast, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and Roost. That's right, this time, I'm not running a single move for this damn bird to miss. But other than that, this is another Pokemon that absolutely goes in against DANGANRONPA. His literal only switch-in for this is a specially defensive Sylveon, which I can easily Volt Switch on and get in another Pokemon to deal with. Ground and electric coverage is insanely good against him, and with access to Roost, I grant myself some really nice longevity. So basically, with Uni, I'm gonna hit him, and then I'm gonna hit him again. Obviously, since we got Uni, we need someone to stop her from charging off on her own. Enter specially defensive Rocky Helmet Empoleon with Flash Cannon, Stealth Rock, Roost, and Flip Turn. Not only is this my counter to Waukegan Wakes, I'm guaranteeing myself progression against it every time it chooses to Flip Turn itself, courtesy of the Rocky Helmet. And with this investment, there's hardly any special attacker on his side that can take this thing down, which means that this is the Pokemon for me to use and get Stealth Rock set. That, and with me being a minus speed nature, I can guarantee myself the momentum I need, courtesy of a Flip Turn. Oh, and with competitive, let's just say that should Drifblim try to defog, well, it's his funeral. Halfway through, and I realize I don't have the best answers for both his Shift Tree and Lycanroc Dusk. Enter Choice Scarf Great Tusk with Close Combat, Knockoff, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. You may be wondering what's up with this investment. Why max out my HP? And to answer that question, Photosynthesis. Shift Tree under the sun? Very much a problem. Not having a Pokemon to outspeed and take this thing on could very much be challenging, especially when it can terrestrialize into a fire type to resist my Weavile's Ice Shard. With this investment, it will be my speed that's gonna get boosted in the sun, courtesy of it being my predominant stat, meaning that with my speed boost and Choice Scarf, I'm gonna outspeed it 110%. Furthermore, this investment also helps me better take on his Lycanroc Dusk, while offensively pressuring it. Overall, this was a great idea from Tone's behalf, and I'm very much excited to use the Dawn. As we're reaching the end, I realized that I need a more reliable special wall, but with offensive prowess to take on his Sandy Shocks and Sylveon respectively. Luckily, I know a Kane that may have an addiction, but certainly is not a bigot, as we got Assault Vest Bulletproof Ursaluna with Body Slam, Earthquake, Heavy Slam, and Rock Slide. When you want to talk about what moves this Pokemon blocks with its ability, the answer is yes. Aura Sphere? No dice. Weather Ball? Forget about it. Focus Blast? More like Focus Ass. Basically, this thing hardwalls a lot of potential offensive options from his behalf, and it can dish out its fair share of pain with its monstrous attack stat. That and this gives me a solid way of taking down his Sylveon. Last but not least, we got physically defensive itemless Dragology with Draco Meteor, Toxic Spikes, Flip Turn, and Gunk Shot. This may seem like a very bizarre choice, but hear me out. Once again, Shift Tree under the sun is a big problem. And while I may have a nice offensive check and Great Tusk, I can't exactly switch that thing into it, can I? Well, this is my blanket solution. With the further upsides of Toxic Spikes, which depending on his composition of 6, can be a great asset against him. This can take on offensive physical Shift Tree well enough, as without an item for it to knock off, it'll very much be a weak dark type move. And with Gunk Shot, I can absolutely body that Sylveon of his should he try to bring it against me after a Draco Meteor. So yeah, that's the team. If you're enjoying this, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe, as I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I'm literally 68 away from reaching 5,000. If everybody who watches this video subscribes, I can reach that milestone no problem. Huge shoutouts and thanks go to my friends Addison, Tone, and Pieman for helping me this week. And without further ado, let us move on to the game. Okay guys, we are back right now, ready to go against our guy. It is DANGANRONPA. Okay, so she did bring Pokemon, a lot of which you know I didn't personally expect. There's no Ninetales, which is a bit surprising, but the Charizard is still there, which could potentially be problematic. I'm not sure, but there's no Shift Tree, so the set that I had in mind with you know, my Choice Scarf, Max Speed, Great Tusk is not gonna work properly against him, which is most unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Lead-wise, I think that my Kilowattrel just kind of smokes him, doesn't it? Overall, I think that Uni's still a very great lead here, personally, because it just matches up so well against the vast majority of his squad. And as far as threads go, you know, the Jirachi is in itself a bit problematic, but most importantly, Sandy Shocks, I gotta make sure it doesn't get a lot of free hits off, and obviously there's also that, that dog. I forgot that dog's name. That dog, poison dog, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, let's see how this match goes. Dribblem could potentially be a bit scary, but so as long as I keep Weavile around, I should be fine. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, he's gonna lead off with his Risho, the Sandy Cox, as I am going to lead off with my Uni. And turn 1, this is a pretty fine situation, is what I would say if I had weren't for the fact that this thing hard walls me. Oh my god. See, this is why I wanted to keep U-turn. Oh my god. Alright, it's fine. Oh, brother. So turn 1, he's gonna be able to get me pretty well with this, which is something that I can very much respect. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna let my Nia take unnecessary damage, is what I would want to say. The Power Gem actually doesn't knock me out. So you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually just gonna go hard into my Nia, which may be a very, very unnecessary play if I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. Yeah, I think that play was definitely not needed here, but that is just what my head was pivoting to at that time. He's gonna go for light screens, okay, fair play. So he's actually gonna be the dual screens variant, which makes so much sense, it's not even funny. And this definitely does potentially open things towards being problematic for me, but at the same time, he only has 5 turns to abuse that, so it's fine, I would think. But yeah, looking at this matchup, if I just go straight for a knockoff, I don't lose much from it. Yeah, I think knockoff is a pretty free play to is a pretty free move to click here and now, because I can get some damage on that stupid dog of his. I still forgot. Okie dokie, yes, okie dokie. But yeah, after that, I guess I can go out of my Dragology, because keeping this thing healthy isn't as much of a priority as it initially was. So yeah, I think let's start with a knockoff and see exactly what set that dog ends up being. Yeah. Obviously, Ice Spinner would have done like 10 times more damage, but at the same time, like, I don't think there's hardly much reason for me. Okay, whoa, that's a really good amount of damage. Okay, so this thing actually does end up being a Solid Vest, which is good to know. And looking at that damage, Knockoff did like insane damage to him. So it does show to me that this thing likely isn't. This thing doesn't have much physical defense at all. So obviously, you know, I wish I clicked Ice Spinner there in that aspect, but I don't exactly regret the move that I ended up clicking, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I think that Zed is a pretty free bring in here, I think. Yeah, Zed is a pretty free bring in here, because after this, I think I can just follow with a flip turn or something. I don't know exactly what he wants to click. He's gonna go for a knockoff. Cool. That's not gonna do any damage to me whatsoever because I'm a physically defensive Dragology. And now let's think things through. So Toxic Spikes is really good simply under the principle of not much, honestly. Yeah, Toxic Spikes isn't really as good of an asset here because literally the only Pokemon that gets poison is his Lycanroc Dusk. So yeah, he has 2 more screen turns left, so that's good to know. If he were to attack me, who do I go out into is the question. But I think right now my play here should probably be just click Flip Turn, honestly. I don't know exactly what this thing wants to do. He's gonna go for Psychic Fangs. Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes, you know, a lot of sense here, but I'm gonna be able to get some semblance of a damage off on this thing. But yeah, the situation isn't entirely the best, I would say. Definitely not, because this may just actually force me to go hard out into my Dawn Tusk. And what I can potentially do after this is double out into my Weavile or something. Yeah, I think that seems to be the best course of action moving forward, because like with my Great Tusk coming in, I can actually like instigate a lot of offensive momentum against him, and kind of pretty much just force him to go out into his Drifblim. But yeah, like really good shouts on him bringing the balloon Sandy Shocks, because that's pretty much going to be the main thing that stops me from causing the damage that I initially want. But taking this situation into consideration, I do think that my play here is to make a double out, because I do think that the Drifblim coming in is a pretty strong possibility here. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I think he's either gonna click Psychic Fangs or he's gonna click Ice Punch. I don't think close combat or whatever is much of a possibility here, in my personal opinion. Come on, switch out, bro. Don't stay in. Please, 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 please don't stay in.
Bruh.
Fuck that knocks off. Okay. Ah, man, he gets a Toxic Chain too. Right, so this situation is definitely gonna put me in the back burner here. And that is really unfortunate. I don't think that I have anybody to blame here, blame for that, but myself. Losing my choice band is definitely gonna, you know, hurt me in the sense of not being able to get that damage that I initially wanted. But yeah, I guess I should have just, you know, clicked hard Earthquake or something. But I really thought that he would go out in his Drifblim. But even if he made that play, yeah, I guess I could have just gone out in my Kilowattrel afterwards. So yeah, that play was pretty unnecessary, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go out in my Tusk here, I think. I really thought that he was gonna double, honestly. Like, I'm really surprised to see him engage in the play that he did. But hey, that's just a price that I'm gonna have to pay. Drain Punch is gonna do a considerable chunk of damage. He's gonna get the double Toxic Chain. Please don't, sir. Just please don't. Please. Oh my god, he's gonna get it. Alright, so I am not in the best situation. Evidently, I am not in the best situation at all here. This Okidogi beating my ass, bruv. Oh, brother. I don't have much leverage here, as unfortunate as it is. But it seems that I'm gonna have to click Knockoff. Okay, cool. He switches out. Woo! Okay. So, not the worst situation in the world, but also, you know, not the best by any means. As this prediction is definitely going to, like, work out pretty well. He's gonna reveal to not even be Black Sludge, which is pretty... I mean, Black Sludge, wow. To be the Colbur Berry, which is pretty sick. He shows that he's a Waukegan Berry, so that's something I can definitely understand, I suppose. But I think right now what I'd want to do is to make the hard switch out into my Tyon. Yeah. So it's really okay. I can make this work. I can still make this work. It's just gonna have to be a bit difficult. But yeah, I'm gonna go out in my Tyon. He's gonna go for a Strength Sap. Makes sense, because that is how he's going to be able to keep this thing relatively healthy. As right now, I think... Oh, wait. Unfortunately, I do not have any... Okay, no, I have Flash Cannon. Hold on a second. I have Flash Cannon. Okay, that's pretty funny, not gonna lie. That is really funny. But in either case, I'm gonna take this as the opportunity to get my Stealth Rocks up, as he's gonna opt to click the Yellow Magic against me. So, okay, brother. If that's how the game is going to be, then that is how the game is gonna be. But I'm gonna be able to get my rocks up, and if he tries to double defog or whatever, he is going to die. Like, straight up, dead ass. So I'm gonna click Flash Cannon here. It seems to be a pretty free play for me to click. And I don't need to keep my Tyon healthy much because, come on, bro, you stop this. Like, the double competitive boost is nice, don't get me wrong, but while I will be able to, you know, like, absolutely mark this dribble him right now, this is gonna give him a free switching into his Sandy Shocks, and I don't like that personally. Because I'm pretty sure Sandy Shocks does not kill my near max specially defensive Empoleon here now. But yeah, Stealth Rocks are gonna be up, which is pretty nice, especially for that Charizard of his, as out comes the Urameshi. Wow, what's wrong with me? But yeah, in this situation, is there much of a reason for me to keep my Tyon healthy? I would think so personally, because he still does have that Charizard of his. So, and that to me doesn't seem like a worthwhile exchange. Okay, but like yeah, with his Drifblim biting the dust, one thing that I can definitely say for certain is that I can pretty much just take this as the opportunity to pretty much just keep spamming Body Slam with my Ursaluna. That does seem like a very worthwhile exchange, I think. So, taking that into consideration, I do think that my play here is to go out into my Dragology here and sack this thing off, because really, truthfully speaking, this thing was mainly around to like take on the likes of his like, you know, Shift Tree, Max Adamant Shift Tree or whatever, but since that's not going to be the case anymore, I have no reason to do that. But yeah, he's going to be able to get some good health back, which is pretty sick. Good on him, like definitely good on him. I'm gonna have to like let this thing go down, which is very regrettable. But I mean, he got me with that knockoff play. I was definitely over predicting there, I think. But yeah, he's gonna the dog is gonna be able to take down my Dragology, which is most unfortunate. But let's see what we can do. If I go out in my Kilowattrel, I'm going to essentially force him to switch out into his Sandy Shocks. And going by how I didn't click any move whatsoever, surely he would feel compelled to attack me or something, right? I mean, to make the Sandy Shocks play, right? Because otherwise, it doesn't make much sense to me, honestly. I think if I go out in my Uni, I force the swap. I think I would absolutely force the swap on his behalf. And then potentially be able to go out into my Cocaine Bear and do considerable chunk of damage, I think. Or alternatively, I could just honestly click Tera Blast. I don't know, ultimately, like, it's a tough situation, so him switching out makes sense. Yeah, I probably should have just doubled there. But the one silver lining to this Jin. Jirachi. Okay. No. We'll take this. We'll take this for days. Because with him going out into his Jirachi like that, I'm definitely like in a somewhat of a decent position, as I'm going to be able to Terastallize into a ground type and absolutely mark this thing in the face. Yeah. I think that is 100% a worthwhile trade-off, as he's gonna pop the Shuka Berry, which makes all the sense in the world. Definitely makes all the sense in the world, as I am going to get I'm still gonna get a lot, as I'm gonna be able to snag a crit. Definitely really unfortunate, and I'm sorry about that, my guy. I'm definitely like, I wish that didn't happen, but hey, considering how behind we are, we definitely are in no position to complain. Like, it's unfortunate how the situation is, but if that is how it's gonna be, then that is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna just click Tera Blast again. Oh, he stays in. Okay, sweet. So my over prediction is not gonna cost me, as Kilowattrel is finally going to did get a kill. Okay, no, he did get a kill before. But Uni is finally starting to put in the work. Double crit. Okay. No. I respect that. I like the sound of that. All right. So Kilowattrel actually putting in the work like that is so amazing for me, because we're like, literally, this has been pretty much the unluckiest bird out there in the world. So this happening makes me pretty happy. I'm not gonna lie, that makes me pretty happy, as he's gonna once again show that he's floating with the air balloon. And so here's what I'm thinking, right? I think Cocaine Bear staying healthy is is something that I would ideally prefer. But at the same time, you know, if he's Charizard, I don't think his Charizard is gonna be that much of a problem. Like, if I really think about it. All right, so in this situation, I think I'm gonna have to go on to my Cocaine Bear. It's unfortunate, but I think that is pretty much my best play right now, which once again is a byproduct of me not having the foresight of bringing U-turn over Volt Switch. But We can still make this work. Definitely, we can still make this work, I think. It's gonna set up a light screen, which is fine. I think that's more than fine, honestly, because his best switch-in right now would have to be his Okidogi. This is such a funny name, honestly. Okay, so if I were to click Body Slam here and now. Okay, so wait, if I make the safer play, he goes out into his Okidogi, and I will not have a switch-in afterwards. Is what I'm personally thinking right now. And he gets a free fighting type move out, which I don't have the best switch-ins for. You know what? Thunder die. Good
Nope.
out. No! He's gonna reflect. Okay, fair play. Fair play. Oh, brother. Okay, so his Okidogi behind screens is definitely gonna be problematic. His Okidogi behind screens is 100% gonna be a bit of a it's gonna be no, it's not gonna be a bit of it's objective. It's gonna be a nuisance for me to deal with. Please, sir, don't stat me, please. Okay, so he's gonna do that. I'm gonna pop his balloon here now. So Earthquake is pretty free for me to click here. The point is, at the end of the day, my Great Tusk still has its Choice Scarf. So Lycanroc Dusk fucking me up is a timeline that I don't think is gonna come anytime soon. So, taking that into consideration, I am just going to click Earthquake here. I think Earthquake is a pretty free play here and now. As he's just gonna click Earth Power, that's hardly gonna do much because my Cocaine Bear has so much. My Cocaine Bear has been like straight up overdosing. So, yeah, I think we should be fine, personally. So he has one more turn of Light Screen left, and he will have one more turn of Reflect afterwards. Personally, I don't think I lose much by clicking Body Slam, so that's exactly what I'm going to click here. If I get a Poison or something, that would definitely be nice, I think. As Earth Power is going to come off, that's not going to be able to knock me out, as Body Slam should definitely be able to pick this thing up. I'm going to get another useless crit, so let's freaking go. As right now, his last three Pokemon would have to be his Okidogi, his Charizard, and who else? His Lycanroc Dusk. So it's still possible to win, I think. So he's gonna bring out his Charizard, as he is gonna reveal to take all this damage in the world. Let's freaking go. Because personally speaking, while Rock Slide is absolutely the play to click, I still do think that his Charizard, I mean, like if he ends up, terrestrializing into a ground type, that would not be good, personally. I think Body Slam is the play here to personally make here and now, because here's the thing, right? He's gonna either terrestrialize into a ground type, or he's gonna terrestrialize into a fire type, just to like straight up destroy me. As yeah, he's gonna actually reveal to be Terra Ground, so I do not regret my playing clicking Body Slam, and this is still a fine position because regardless of what he chooses to go for, my Weavile can 100% come in and just as oh my god, Earthquake is not gonna even be able to kill this thing. Cocaine Bear is going absolute overtime, and he's gonna be able to get that paralysis, as now we are absolutely schmoving. Okay, I'll take that for days. I'm sorry, bro, but like after these double toxic chains, that is something I'm definitely not going to say no towards whatsoever. So my Dawn Tusk is still actually considerably healthy, which is pretty nice. And his last two Pokemon would have to be both his Okidogi and his Lycanroc Dusk. So honestly, I think Uni potentially cleaning up is a timeline that is very likely possible here. Because Light Screen for him is gone, and so is the Reflect. So yeah, like despite how tough the first portion of this game was, we are actually coming back really, really strong, which is something that I 100% like. So I'm gonna click Earthquake again, as he's gonna click Flame Charge. Makes sense. He's gonna be able to like raise his speed, but I don't think that Charizard, a paralyzed Charizard, is gonna be able to amount to much, personally. So it hits 246. So there is no timeline where this thing is gonna be able to outspeed either my Kilowattrel, my Nia, or anything else, personally. Unfortunately, Game Freak, why is Game Freak like this? Why can't you like let me see the damn HP, bruv? I think Uni can definitely pick this thing off from here. Okay, Terra Blast 28.9 to 34.3. Okay, so I don't think that's in range, regrettably. Okay, fine. I'll still believe in her. Because Uni's the boss. Okay? Uni's the boss. Okay, Nate, yeah, you know what? See, this is where, like, if Game Freak had the foresight to, you know, program their game in such a way where I could actually see that damn HP bar, I wouldn't have to go on, you know, hypotheticals here. But regardless, I'm gonna click Tera Blast Ground. I do think this 100% picks this thing off, so that is genuinely, like, no skin off my back. I personally think so. Uni, come on. Show the world what you got. Make up for everything. Come on. There we go. Down goes the Charizard, and just like that, I think we may just be closing in on the victory, guys. I think we may very much be closing in on the victory, and KILOWATTRE'L is finally about to show everybody that says, Uzi, you gotta drop this. Uzi, Uni hates you. Uzi, Uni's not the boss. Well, unfortunately for you, that is the proof that you're not right. Okay? So KILOWATTRE'L is definitely gonna put in the work for me big time. As Okidogi is here, he does not have the thing anymore. He does not have access to, like, the Assault Vest anymore. So I think Tera Blast just absolutely smacks him. It looks to be a roll, but at this point in time, I think I still win regardless. So I'm gonna click Tera Blast Ground. I'm gonna believe in Uni. Come on, Uni, do your thing, girl. Do your thing for me. Alright, Tera Blast is gonna come off. Will this knock out this stupid dog? Yes, it is gonna knock out that stupid dog. And the only Pokemon that remains is his other stupid dog, which would have to be his Lycanroc Dusk. And also, full disclosure, I'm not, you know, throwing shade at him in any way when I'm saying stupid dog and whatnot. That's just me, you know, talking about his other existing Pokemon and whatnot. Danny's my absolute homie. Generally one of the nicest people in the world. Please do check his channel out. But yeah. The last Pokemon is definitely gonna be his Kuwabara, and unfortunately for Kuwabara, he is not going to be able to come out on the better end of this exchange, as Uni is gonna absolutely come back with a vengeance, knock down this Lycanroc Dust straight into next week, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all kinds, the Bullet Punch Club is gonna be able to get a nice and glorious 3-0 victory. 4-0? Oh, 4-0 victory, nice. We're gonna be able to get a nice 4-0 victory, which is really great for our differential, especially after, you know, how we lost the first week. So yeah, despite how shaky the beginning game was with me not, you know, bringing U-turn on my KILOWATTRE'L, as well as the over prediction with my Great Tusk, we are still gonna be able to thankfully come out on the better end of the exchange with this one, and things are hopefully going to keep getting better from here. Yeah, like full disclosure, this whole week has been shit with everything, you know, that transpired in the whole thing. If you know, you know. Community post. But yeah, like, regardless of everything that went down, I'm glad that, you know, we're able to get this game done in a time just for each and every single one of you to see. So generally, guys, thank you very much for watching. It means the world to me. And yeah, if you subscribe, I could very much hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of this video. So feel free to do so if you wanna. But yeah, and as always, please do check out DANGANRONPA. He is absolutely one of the nicest people that I met throughout my time in the SPL. Like, he's a straight up homie, and he and I have just, like, hit it off really well. So if you could check his channel out, it would mean the world. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. My name is Newsy Gunner. The Bullet Punch Club is on its rise to their first title in Scarlet and Violet, and we shall most certainly see you all on the flip side. Guns up, and whoosh!
Yes, Uni's the boss.
Oi, what the spark?